This conference will now be recorded.
Now, so in the previous session, we have discussed about the sharing process, how to share the record to one or more number of users by using manual sharing and automated sharing by using the sharing groups, by configuring the public groups. We have discussed, and we have discussed about the public read-only option and the public read-write option. So now today we'll see the concept of public read-write transfer. Up to this public read-only and the read-write, we know what exactly the public read-write, you know that. So then what exactly the transfer option? What do you mean by this transfer? Transfer is nothing but transferring the record ownership from one user to another user. Transfer the record ownership from one user to another user. That means what? Whenever I'm creating a record, who is the owner? By default, currently logged in user will be the owner of the record. Okay, like for example, when you go to your Salesforce instance, currently who is the owner or who is the currently logged in user? Training batch user will be the currently logged in user. So whenever I'm creating a new account record, when I click on this new button, okay, after entering some data, when I click on the save button, account record will be getting created. Then who is the owner of this user record? So that is training batch user. Training batch user will be the owner of this record. So training batch user will be having the full control on the record. He can able to view the record, he can modify, he can delete, he can share, he can perform any operations on this record. He is the owner. Now, for example, assume that I have a record here, Apex account record. This is the record. Who is the owner of this record? Currently, this record owner is training batch user. Training batch user. Okay, training batch user will be the owner. So here it is showing the field label like as account owner, but internally the column name is owner ID. Owner ID, which will be holding the ID of that owner. Owner in the sense user. So who is the user over here? Training batch user. That user's ID will be storing inside this. Okay, this ID will be storing inside. It won't store that name of this user. It will store the ID of the user. Holds the user ID. User ID. It holds the user ID. Nothing but which user? Who is that user? Who is the owner of this record? Owner in the sense a person. Nothing but user. So that user ID will be storing inside this field, but the field label is account owner, but the field name, that means actual column name is owner ID inside the database table. Now, so in this case, what do you mean by transfer? Transfer is nothing but transferring the record ownership from one user to another user. Okay, transferring the record ownership from one user to another user is called as record owner transfership. Now, here you can raise a question. Here you can raise a question. Sir, what is the difference between sharing and transfer? Do we have any difference between sharing and transfer? If yes, what is the difference? Both are same or both are different? If both are different, how? Sharing and record transfership, owner transfership, both are same or both are different?
Different, sir.
Different. How? What is the difference?
Sharing means we are sharing our record. I'm just guessing, sir. I'm not sure.
You tell me. Okay, no problem. It may be right or wrong. Okay, let's explain.
Owner doesn't change, sir, for sharing.
Owner
It doesn't share for sharing.
Okay. Right.
But transfer means I'm transferring the records from my ownership to the another user.
Okay. Right. So in this case, for example, let's come to a general scenario. Let me explain with a general scenario so that we can understand. For example, assume that I have a bike, a two-wheeler vehicle. Okay, I have a two-wheeler vehicle. It's my own. I have purchased that vehicle 2 years back. 2 years back, I have purchased a Hero Honda vehicle, which is a two-wheeler, by investing some 80,000, 90,000, whatever. I'm the owner of this bike. The registration is on my name, so it's my own bike. Who is the owner? Now myself. Okay, now myself. For example, I'm staying in my home. Along with me, my parents are also there. My brothers and sisters are also there. So that bike is not only using by me, my brothers are also using that. That means what? So now still the owner will be myself for the bike, but along with me, other people are also using that bike. That means I'm sharing. I'm sharing my bike with my other people also, my friends also, my relatives also, my colleagues also, my family members also using that bike. But even though the bike is using by those people, but who is the owner? Myself. I am the owner of this bike. That is nothing but sharing. That means, so now still I will be continuing as the owner. Along with me, other people can use that bike. Okay, that means that is the concept of sharing. That means still I am the owner. I'm sharing my record visibility to the other people. So other people also can see my record. Other people also can modify my record. But still I am the owner. That is the concept of sharing. Transferring record ownership. Then what do you mean by this transferring record ownership? Now let me explain. For example, I'm using that two-wheeler vehicle since almost 2 years. So now since almost some 1 month, I'm facing some problems with that two-wheeler vehicle. Keep on, it is giving some issues. I'm investing some huge amount, okay, to do that service for that bike. So I thought of why can't we sell it out? Okay, why can't we sell it out? So that here I have sell out that bike over here. So who purchased that bike? Abhishek. Abhishek is a person, okay, who is purchasing my bike. Today I have sold out the bike. Abhishek has purchased it. Now who is the owner? Abhishek will be the owner. Previously, who is the owner? Now. So previously, I am the owner. But now onwards, Abhishek will be the owner. So what about the access on the bike for me? I am losing the access on that bike. I can't use that bike because it's not me. It's not belongs to me. It belongs to Abhishek. So Abhishek is the owner from now onwards. Okay, from now onwards, Abhishek is the owner. I'm not the owner. Till now, I am the owner. From now onwards, Abhishek is the owner here. So now the complete bike ownership has been transferred to Abhishek. From now onwards, Abhishek is using that bike. So now the bike is using by the Abhishek and the Abhishek's friends also, his relatives also, his family members also. So I'm losing the access on that. That means I can't see that record. I can't see that bike. I can't use that bike. I don't have any, okay, I don't have any ownership on that. From now onwards, Abhishek will be the owner. Like the similar way, whenever I'm transferring the ownership from one user to another user, the previous user will be losing the access, new user will be getting the access on that record. That is the difference. If it is a sharing along with the owner, other people are also able to access that. If it is a transfer share, so now the current person will be losing the access, new person will be getting the access on that record. That is the difference between sharing and record ownership transfer. Okay, now, so in this case here, what exactly the transfer share? Transfer means we can able to transfer the record ownership from one user to another user. Then how can we transfer the record ownership from one user to another user? Now let's see practically. Whenever we are transferring the record ownership from one user to another user, we have two types. We have two types of record ownership transfer. First one is manual transfer. That means manually we can transfer each and every record ownership to another person. Second one, automated transfer. Automated transfer. Automatically also we can able to transfer the record ownership. Two possibilities are available. Manually we can transfer the record ownership from one user to another user. Second one, we can make that process also automated. The facility is available over here. Then how can we do it manually? How can we do it automatically? Okay, we'll see practically today. So how to transfer the record ownership manually? Now let's see practically in this case. How can we transfer the record ownership manually? Now let me explain the concept first. Then I will show you how can we do it automatically by using a feature called as assignment rules. Now, so the manual transfer, how can we transfer the record ownership? We'll see practically. For example, let's open the record here. I'm having an account record. So Shyam Kumar, this is the account record that we have, which we have created in the past. So who is the owner of this record currently? Now the owner of the record is training batch user. Go to the owner field. In this owner field, you will be having that name of the owner over here, that is training batch user will be the owner of the record currently. So I want to transfer this record ownership to development user. Then how can we do that? I want to transfer this record ownership to development user. How can we do that? Simply we can able to go to this owner field. Inside this owner field, we have an option called as a change link. There is an option called as change link is available. Click on this change link. Now, so now currently the record owner is training batch user to whom you want to transfer this record ownership. Now select that owner, nothing but select the new owner. Who is the owner from now onward? So that select that owner. So click on this lookup icon. Click on this lookup icon. It is populating all the users over here. Whatever the users are available inside the organization, all the user names will be getting populated over here. It is populating all the user names, and from that user names, we can able to select the user to whom you want to transfer the record ownership. Okay, to whom you want to transfer the record ownership, we have to select that username over here. From the list of available owners, we can select that owner of the record to whom you want to transfer the record ownership. Now, so now let's see here. I would like to select that owner as development user. Select that development user. So now whenever you are transferring the record ownership for the account, suppose if the account record is having any associated cases, any associated opportunities, then what about those records here? You want me to transfer those records also or not? So now you can decide that, so that it is indicating that here. Now, transfer open opportunities cannot owned by the existing account owner. Transfer closed opportunities. Transfer open cases. Transfer closed cases. Send a notification email. So now you want to perform these operations are nothing but whatever the opportunities are available, so which he is handling currently, whatever the cases he is working right now, you want me to transfer all the related cases and the opportunities to the new owner or not? If yes, you can select that. And along with that, whenever you are transferring the record ownership, okay, whenever you are transferring the record ownership, you want me to send the email notification to the new owner or not? Nothing but to the development user, you want me to send the email notification or not? Like, dear development user, from now onwards, you are the owner for this record. You are the responsible person for this record. So like that, you want me to send the record ownership email notification or not? So we need to do that here. We can select this option, but I don't want to transfer anything over here. Now click on save button. Once you click on the save button, record ownership will be getting transferred. So now from now onwards, who is the owner of this record? Development user will be the owner of the record here. Okay, so that we can able to transfer the record ownership from one user to another user with the help of this transfer option by using the public read write transfer. That means record is a public record. Everybody can able to access the record, and the other people can able to view the record and they can modify the record. And then we can transfer the record ownership also from one user to another user with the help of public read write transfer. For that reason, we can go to that manual transfer option. Manually, we can able to transfer the record ownership also. That facility is available over here. So we have to open each and every record manually. Go to the owner of that field, click on change link, select the new owner to whom you want to transfer the record ownership, click on save. That is the process we have to do manually. Like the similar way, for example, I'm having that hiring manager record or some position record, whatever you want here, or some lead record. For example, let me take that hiring manager. I'm having this record called as Anas Siddiqui. This is the record that we have. So now currently the owner of this record is a training batch user. The owner of the record is training batch user. I want to transfer this record ownership to development user. So click on change link. Select the owner of the record that is called as a development user. I want to send the email notification to the development user. Development user, this record has been assigned to you. Click on save. Now, so now it is indicating that on the development user, on the hiring manager object, he don't have any access on that. That means on the hiring manager object, he is not having any access on that. That's what we are unable to transfer the record ownership here. So now it is indicating that before you can transfer this record, the new owner needs read permission on it and the related records also. So he needs the permission on that. Where we can grant the permission inside the profile. Inside the profile, we can decide which user will be having which permissions on that features. What objects the user can access, what fields the user can access, what operations the user can perform, what applications he can access, what page layouts he can access, what record types he can access, what general permissions, custom permissions, system permissions, administrative permissions, session settings, login hours, login IP ranges, Apex classes, Visualforce pages, named credentials, external data sources, connected apps, and everything we can grant the permission and one place that is called as profile. So profile is the only place where we can grant the permission on all these features which we have inside our organization. So inside the profile, we have to grant the permission on this hiring manager object and then the position object to this development user, but we haven't granted any permission over there. So during the profiles concept, we'll see. Now, during the profiles concept, we'll see how to grant the permissions. Previously, we have discussed how to create the profile, but how to grant the permission on each feature we haven't discussed. That we'll see as part of this profile concept in detail. Every operation we'll see practically over there. Now,
sir, if we set the OWD for this object, then can this user development access records?
No. Even though if you are changing this OWD option to public read write, also this user can't get the access because he should need the permission on the profile level.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, so in this case here on this hiring manager object, we did not granted the permission for this particular development user, so that here we are unable to transfer the record ownership. Now, so in this case, for example, let's go to the contact. So open the contact record like as some Ramana Manohar. So currently the owner of the record is training batch user. I would like to grant the permission to development user. So click on this change link here. You will be having that owner of this one. Click on change link. Select the owner of the record that is called as development user. Send the email notification to the owner. Click on save. So here also, so upon updating this record, it is expecting the valid PAN number. PAN number we did not enter properly. So that here we need to enter the correct data inside this all the fields. Let me enter the data. Phone number I'm giving some value. Mobile number I'm giving some value. Fax number I'm giving some value. Email some Ramana @ some gmail.com. Title I'm indicating like as project manager. Department some development. And then PAN number I'm indicating some value. I've entered some PAN number. Now click on save. So now my contact record is available. Currently, the owner of this record is contact record owner is training batch user. So click on change link. Select the new owner to whom you want to transfer the record ownership. Click on user development. Send the email notification to the owner that dear development user, a new contact record has been assigned to you, so that you can send the email notification also over there. Now click on save. So from now onwards, the record ownership has been transferred to the development user. Like that, we can able to transfer the record ownership to the required people, okay, manually. So that we have to open each and every record, and then we have to click on this change link by visiting that owner field, and then select the new user to whom you want to transfer the record ownership, and then click on save button. Then automatically record ownership will be getting transferred. Okay, this is a manual process here. Now, so let me go to one more object. I will show you. It is a problem. Go to the lead object here. I'm having a record called as Roshan Kumar. Roshan Kumar. So he is the owner of this lead record right now. The owner of the lead record is the training batch user. I want to transfer this record ownership to development user. So click on change link. Now, so what you have observed in this case here? Here we got two options. Who is the owner of this record from now onwards to whom you want to transfer? You want to transfer the record ownership to a user or a queue to whom you want to transfer the record ownership. As of now, we have transferred the record ownership from user to user, but now it is giving an option called as queue. So what is this queue basically here? What a queue contains? What a queue contains? What will happen? What is the concept of this queue? Was user to user we can transfer. Then what about this queue concept over here? Now, so let me explain over here what exactly the concept of queue. So now, for example, let me explain a general scenario. Okay, let me explain a general scenario. Assume that today I'm having a travel plan. Okay, today I'm having a travel plan from Hyderabad to some Delhi. Okay, I'm having a travel plan from Hyderabad to Delhi through a train. Okay, through a train. So currently trains are not running. So few trains are running, very few trains are running over here within some specific locations. Assume that I'm having a train ticket is available, reservation is there, a second class or third class AC reservation in a specific train. So from Hyderabad to Delhi. So now actually my train timing is night at 8 o'clock. 8 p.m. IST is my train timing here from Secunderabad station. From Secunderabad station, okay, the train will be starting by 8 o'clock. So 8 p.m. will be my train timing over here. So I would like to start from Secunderabad to Delhi, New Delhi. So I'm having a travel plan, okay, from Secunderabad to some New Delhi, so that I'm having a second class AC reservation is there. So my train timing will be night at 8 o'clock. So as per the train timing, I went to the railway station by 8 o'clock. By 8 p.m. IST, okay, I have arrived at the station here. Reached to the station. I reached to the station here by 8 o'clock. I'm waiting for the train on the platform. So just now I got an announcement, okay, in the railway station. So now this train is running 2 hours late. Okay, the train is running 2 hours late. That means the train will be arriving the station by 10 o'clock. Now tell me what can I do till this 2 hours of time? What do I need to do? Do I need to go back to my home and then I need to come back by 10 o'clock again? No, because I'm staying very far location. I can't go back again. And that too, the timing is a very traffic train. There will be huge traffic on the roads. So I can't go back to my home and I can't come back again. It will be a very huge problem for me. Suppose if the train is arriving the station a bit early, then I will miss the train. My entire travel plan will be getting collapsed. Then what we can do here? So we need to wait inside that station. Where we can wait inside the station? Do we need to wait inside the platform, on that platform? No. So now when you go to the railway station, you will be having a waiting room is there. There is a waiting room. So now in this waiting room, everybody can wait inside that waiting room? No. I'm having a general ticket. I'm having a general ticket. Can I wait inside the waiting room? No. They won't allow. They will be allowing to only few passengers who are having, okay, the first class AC reservation, or second class AC reservation, or the third class AC reservation people. Third class AC reservation people only will be able to wait inside the waiting. So inside this waiting room, we can go to the waiting room and we can able to wait inside that railway station, inside that waiting room till the train is arriving to the station. Till how long time? Till 2 o'clock we can able to nothing but till 2 hours, nothing but 10 o'clock we can wait inside the waiting room. And once the train is arriving the station, we can catch the train and we can start our travel. So in this case, what happened? So now I reached to the station by 8 o'clock, but my train is running 2 hours late. So that instead of wasting the time, I'm waiting inside a waiting room over here. And that too, in this waiting room, they won't allow you to enter into the waiting room to all the passengers. Only those passengers who are having the proper reservation, confirmed reservations with the first class AC, second class AC, third class AC reservation, people only can wait inside the waiting room. Other people, other passengers can't wait. The people who are having the general ticket, okay, those people can't wait inside that. Only AC reservation people can wait inside the waiting room. That means what? We are having a room, we are having a space in which we are waiting for some certain time. Okay, we're waiting for a certain time. Like the similar way, we have a concept of queue. So what exactly a queue? Queue is nothing but a location. Queue is nothing but a location where all the pending records are awaiting for the processing. What are the records you are, okay, we are planning to process. So now if you're unable to process those records, if it is taking some time, then we can make those records to be wait inside that location that is called as a queue. Like as a waiting room, we can able to have the queue. So in that waiting room, the passengers are waiting. In this queue, the records are waiting over. So that when coming to a queue, queue is nothing but a location where all the pending records are getting awaited for the processing. Now tell me in this case, how long time will you be waiting inside the waiting room till the train is arriving to the station? Till the train is arriving to the station, so now you can able to wait inside that. Train may be coming by 10 o'clock also, 2 o'clock also, 1 o'clock also, 11 o'clock also, whatever. Till that time we can able to wait inside that waiting room. Once the train is arriving to the station, we can catch the train, we can start the travel. Like the similar way, what are the record that I'm placing inside the queue, how long time the record will be waiting inside the queue till any of the queue member will accept it. Till any of the queue member accepted that record, till the time record will be waiting inside that queue over. Now, so in this case, how the members will know there is a record is waiting inside the queue? Whenever you are placing a record inside the queue, automatically the queue members will be getting one email notification. So dear member, there is a record is waiting inside the queue. So if any of the member is free today, they can able to start working on that record over there. This is the concept of the queue. Let me explain in detail. Let me explain with a pictorial format. For example, come to a general scenario, so that we can understand. If you know this concept, then it will be very simple for you. Okay. Suppose in the entry point of view, if anybody asks a question, could you please explain the concept of queues? Then you can explain it very easily. So let me show you the pictorial representation and how can we do that. For example, assume that we have an organization. We have an organization, some Dell. Everybody is aware of that Dell is one of the manufacturing organization who are manufacturing the various hardware devices, like as laptops, desktops, mobiles, printers, projectors, scanners. So the Dell people are manufacturing the various hardware devices. So once the product has been manufactured, what these people will do, they will sell out the products to the various people. So many people are purchasing the Dell products. The people who are purchasing the Dell product, those are called as what? Those are called as customers. So Dell people are manufacturing the various models of devices with the different features, with the different designs, with a different configuration, with a different features, with a different prices. So many customers are purchasing the Dell products. So now once the customer is purchasing the product, then he will start utilizing that. Now, so upon selling out the product to the customer, Dell people are giving some warranty. They're giving some assurance, boss, from now onwards, you are the owner of that product. From now onwards, you are the owner of that product. You are the owner of the product. So from now onwards, you are going to be using this product. Guys, just give me a minute. I got an important call. Okay, just give me a minute. I will be back. Now, so now, whenever Dell people are selling out a product to the customer, they're giving the assurance to the customer, was from now onwards, you are the owner of that product. Till now, we are the owner. As a manufacturing company, we are the owner. From now onwards, we are going to be selling out the product to you. From now onwards, you are the owner. We can do whatever you want with the product. If you want to use it, then you can use it. If you want to donate the product to some anybody else, you can donate, or you can give it as a gift also. If it is no longer required for you, if you don't want the product, then you can throw it into the dustbin also, no problem. We don't have any issue because you are the owner. You have the full rights. You can do whatever you want with the product. And then, so from now onwards, you are the owner of the product. So upon using that product, if you're facing any problem, then we are the responsible, because we are giving some warranty to you. So now from now onwards, we are providing the free service to you for the first 1 year. For the first 1 year, we are providing a free service to you. After that also, we'll provide the service that is a chargeable. But the first 1 year will be the free service to you. Now, so based on the warranty, the customer will buy the product. From there onwards, the customer will start utilizing the product. It may be laptop, desktop, mobile, printer, whatever, anything. Once the customer has purchased the product, from there onwards, he will start purchasing the product over here. So upon purchase, after purchasing the product, once the customer is using that, if he is facing any problem, then what the customer will do? Whenever the customer is using the product, if he is facing any problem, then immediately he will be raising a complaint. That means he will raise a case. How? By making a call to the customer care. Multiple ways are available to raise a complaint. When you observe the warranty card, on that warranty card, you will be having some multiple channels are available. We can make a call to the customer care also based on some toll-free number, or else you can send an email notification also to the support email ID, like as support@some dell.com, like that. And then you can visit my company website also. like as Dell.com website, and you can raise a complaint through my company website also. Or else you can go to the nearest service center also. There you can able to raise a complaint also. Multiple channels we are giving to you so that you can able to raise a complaint by using any one of the mechanism, okay, which you are aware of, which you feel comfortable also. Now, so in this case, here what we will do, whenever we are facing the problem with the product, then immediately we are raising a complaint. How can we raise the complaint? We are going to be immediately, we are making a call to the customer care. On that warranty card, they have mentioned that companies, the toll-free number. That means customer care toll-free number is there. So assume that for the Dell customer care, they are having a toll-free number is available here. This is the Dell customer care. In this Dell customer care, they're having 2 executives are available, service executives. That means what? These are the help desk people over here. Okay, executive 1, executive 2. These people's main responsibility is what? These people are main responsible for just receiving the customer calls, and they will be raising the complaint on behalf of the customer. So now in this case, customer can't raise a complaint by his own because they're using a complaint registration application, but the customer is not having the access on that. So that if I'm informing to those customer care people, those people will be having the access on the application because those people are the employees of the Dell company. They're having the access on that complaint registration application. So I will explain to those people, but this is a problem facing with the product here since today morning. So please raise a complaint. So these people will raise the complaint to you, to the organization on behalf of you. You no need to raise the complaint, just you can inform them, but this is the problem I'm facing. Those people will raise a complaint over it. So we can able to make a call to the customer care based on the toll-free number, and then we can inform them so to please raise a complaint. Now, so immediately, for example, whenever I'm making a call to the customer care, executive 1 has received my call. Okay, executive 1 has received my call. So I have explained him, boss, this is a problem which I'm facing. Still, I'm in the warranty period. 6 months back only, I have purchased the product, which is a laptop, which is a high-end model over there. So now this is the model number, and this is the invoice number also, and this is the product code also. And then please raise a complaint on behalf of me. So this person will be raising a complaint over here. This person will be raising a complaint. Now tell me, who is resolving those problems? These executive 1 and executive 2 people are resolving the problems? No. These people are simply help desk people. These people are simply taking care of receiving the customer calls, and they are going to be forwarding those calls, or they are going to be raising the complaint on behalf of the customer. So in this case, what needs to be done? So now once a case has been created by these people, then these people are not working on our cases. Okay, these people are not working on our cases. These are not resolving those cases here. So then who is resolving the case? The service executives or the service engineers are going to resolving the problems. Then where those people are available inside our service center? Dell is having the service centers are available in the entire world. Okay, Dell is having the various service centers are available. So now what are the various places where the Dell is having the service centers? So now Dell is having the service centers in different places. Okay, Dell is having the service centers in different places over there. Like for example, Dell is having the service center in Hyderabad and in Bangalore, in Mumbai also. These are the 3 locations where exactly Dell service centers are available. So now here in this case, there are the 3 service centers. Hyderabad service center, Bangalore service center, having the service center, Hyderabad service center, Mumbai service center. They're having the service. Now here in this case, to whom do we need to assign this case over? So whenever we are receiving the case, okay, whenever we are receiving the case, whenever as an executive 1 from the help desk, from the Dell customer care, whenever we are receiving the case, to whom do we need to assign? To the Hyderabad service center, to the Bangalore service center, to the Mumbai service center. So in this case here, we are going to be assigning this record over here. Manually also we can assign, or automatically also we can assign that case to the respective service center. Based on what? Based on the city. Suppose if the customer who is raising the case from Hyderabad, I want to assign that case to the Hyderabad service center. Suppose if the customer who has raised the case is from Bangalore, then I'm assigning the case to the Bangalore service center. Suppose if the customer is from Mumbai location, then we are assigning the case to the Mumbai service center over here. So in this case, depends upon the customer location, they are assigning the case to the respective location service center. For example, I am the customer who raised the complaint here. So I'm from Hyderabad. So Dell customer care people are going to be assigning the case to the Hyderabad service center. Now in each and every service center, they're having some service executives are available. These are called the service engineers or the service advocates. In each and every service center here, in the Hyderabad service center, they're having 3 employees are there. Nothing but 3 service executives are available. 3 service engineers. In Bangalore service center, they're having 3 service engineers are there. In the Mumbai service center, they're having 3 service engineers are available. Now, so in each and every service center, they will be having the different service advocates or the service engineers are available. Now this case we are going to be assigning to that Hyderabad service center. In Hyderabad service center, to whom do we need to assign this case? To the engineer 1, to the service engineer 2, or to the service engineer 3? To whom do we need to assign over here? To whom do we need to assign this case? Suppose, for example, I'm assigning the case to that service engineer 1. I'm assigning the case to service engineer 1. But this person is already in vacation. Okay, he's in vacation because of some health issues. He's in vacation since yesterday. He will be coming back to the company. He will be coming back to the service center after 1 week. Till 1 week, he's in vacation because of some personal reason or because of his marriage, also because of some health issues. Also, he is already in vacation. Then to whom do we need to assign here? If I'm assigning the case to the executive 1, then how long time this case will be in the waiting state? For 1 week. Till the service engineer come back, okay, from his vacation, till the time the case will be in the waiting state. Now tell me, will the customer will be waiting till 1 week? No. The customer can't wait till that time. Then what we can do? Do we need to assign the case to that engineer 2? But this person is already having so many items in his plate. He's already having so many cases. He's full busy with the cases for the next 2 days. He can't take up some more cases. And for the service engineer 3, can I assign this case to this person? He is also busy. Even though the person is free, okay, suppose for example, whenever we are working in our company or whenever we are sitting in our home, okay, if your father asks you to go to that particular shop and bring some item, then what will say? I'm full busy. Even though I'm completely free, I'm just watching the TV, watching the music, watching this, okay, songs also. I will say that I'm full busy, so you can go. That means what? Nobody will take up the responsibility. Here also, the same situation. So in this case, what we can do, I can't assign the case to a specific person. I can't target to the people. Then what we can do? In this case here, okay, now here in this case, we are going to be placing a queue. Okay, we are going to placing a queue inside this. We are placing a queue. So inside this organization, inside the service center, I would like to have a queue. This is the queue. This is the queue. So now simple concept. Let me explain one general scenario. Suppose, for example, today I went for a dinner. So there is a function is happening. Okay, one of my friends' marriage. So there is a function is happening, and this is the dinner time. So I'm going to the dinner over here. So when you go to the dinner, they are going to be providing some buffet dinner. It's a buffet dinner. So now tell me here in the buffet dinner, what will happen? All the items are available on the table. Every item, sweet items also, veg, non-veg, everything is there on the table. Everything is available on the table. So now here, do we have any rules that you have to take the sweet first and you have to take this one and then you have to take this one and this, you have to take this one? No, there is no such rule. It's a buffet dinner. Whatever you want, take it and place it inside your plate and you can have it. There is no such pressure. There is no such rules. There is no such restrictions. Whatever they have given, we need to eat. Not like that. It's a buffet dinner. So whatever the item you want, we can go to that particular table and then bring the item, place into your plate and then have it. If you want one more, you can take it, you can have it. If you want one more, you can take it, you can have it. No limitation. Whatever you want, you can do that. Like the similar way, QE is also like as a buffet dinner concept. QE is also like as a buffet dinner. So now whenever we are going to be facing any problem, if the customer is raising the complaint, I'm not assigning the case record to that person. I'm not assigning the case record to a service engineer. Just I'm going to be having a plate, like as a queue, like as a table. In this table, nothing but here in this particular queue, we are placing the items. whatever the cases are created by raised by the customers, we are not assigning the cases to the persons directly. We are going to placing that case inside the queue. So what exactly the queue? Queue is nothing but a location where all the pending items are awaiting for the processing. Whatever the cases has been raised by the customers, which are going to be processing, those are waiting inside this queue for the processing. So that here, so now we can able to place that case inside the queue. So what a queue contains two things basically. If a queue contains two things. One is queue will be having the queue members, nothing but here these are the various people who can access these queue records. Who can access these queue records. So now here in this case, who can access these queue records? Only the queue members. That means the engineers, service engineers who are working inside the service center, only these people can able to accept these queue records and then they can able to start working on that. This is the first thing. Second one, it will be having the supporting objects, nothing but what objects will be supporting by the queue. Okay, what object will be supporting by the queue. That means what object records we can place inside the queue, that is nothing but queue supporting objects. So queue will be having two things. One is queue members, second one queue supporting objects. Queue members means what? Whatever the records are waiting inside the queue, who can access those records? Who can access those records? Those are called as queue members. Second one, queue supporting objects. That means what object record the queue can hold over there. Like when you go to that waiting room also inside the railway station, all the passengers can wait inside the waiting room. No, only some specific people who are having the confirmed reservation of first class AC, second class AC, third class AC. Only these people can able to wait inside the waiting room, not all the people. Like the similar way here also, queue won't accept all the object records. Queue will be supporting only few object records. Only a few object records will be supporting by the queue. Then what object record the queue will support? Now, let me explain. Now, so now in this case, what object record the queue will support right now? Queue will be supporting few object records over here. Each and every queue will be having two things. The first one will be the queue members. Queue members. That means these are the users who can access the queue records. Whatever the records are available inside the queue, who can access those records? Those will be accessing by few users. Those are called as queue members. Second one, queue supporting objects, which will be indicating what object record the queue can hold. Queue supporting object, that is called as what object records the queue can hold, that will be indicating by the queue supporting objects. Now, so now in this case here, what are the various objects the queue will support? What object records we can place inside the queue? Queue will be supporting to store lead object records, case object records, feedback object records, feedback question object records, feedback question set object records, feedback template object records, feedback request, performance cycle, metric, macro, goal, knowledge article version, user provisioning request, authorization form, consent, coaching, Like that, the various objects will support along with all the custom objects. So these are the various object records the queue will support. Queue will be supporting to store lead object records, case object records, feedback, feedback question set, feedback template, feedback request, performance cycle, goal, metric, macro, knowledge article version, user provisioning request, authorization form consent, coaching, and then like that it will be supporting so many standard objects along with all the custom objects also. So these are the two things are available inside that queue. So queue will be having two things. Queue members, that means the people who can access the queue record. Second one, queue supporting objects here. So that here, each and every queue will be having these two things over there. Okay, each and every queue will be having these two things over here. So now in this case, what happened? Whenever we are going to be preparing the case record or the lead object record, these we can able to place inside that queue also. This is a queue, like as Hyderabad service queue. So now in this year, we are having Bangalore service queue, Mumbai service queue. So I don't want to assign the record directly to a person. I'm placing inside the queue. Like as I'm placing inside the plate, the people who is free, he will pick up that item, he can able to accept it as it is, he can start working on that. Now, in this case, what will happen now? Let me show you here. Let me explain. So now, whenever I'm going to be placing the record inside the queue, then whatever the queue members are available, every member will be receiving one email notification automatically that there is a record is waiting inside the queue. Whenever I'm going to placing a record inside the queue, automatically the queue members, nothing but these users will be getting the email notification automatically. There is a record is waiting inside the queue. So please collect that record and you can access it. So now all the three people will be receiving the email notification. Then the person who is free today, he will go open the queue. He will able to open the record. He will click on accept button. When he click on accept, and automatically the record will be transferring from queue to that accepted member over here. So whenever you are placing the record inside that queue, then who is the owner of this record? The queue will be the owner, nothing but the record is waiting inside the queue. Okay, the record is waiting inside the queue over here. So now if any one of the member has accepted it, then automatically the ownership will be transferring from the queue to that accepted member over here automatically by default. So from there onwards, this person will be the ownership of that particular record here. This is the concept of the queue. So when coming to the queue is nothing but a location which contains all the pending records waiting for the processing. So now in this case, when coming to the queue contains two things. One is queue members, that means the people who can access the queue records. Second one, the queue supporting objects, that means what object records the queue can hold. So now whenever I'm placing the record inside the queue, then currently the ownership of the record will be on the queue. That means the record is waiting inside the queue. So that particular record is in the queue. The owner of the record is queue. So whenever the record I'm placing inside the queue, automatically all the queue members will be receiving an email notification. Dear user, there is a record is waiting inside the queue. So please collect that record and then accept it here. Start working on that case record. So the person who is free today, that person will go to the queue and he will accept the record, he will start working on this. So whenever he is accepting the record, then automatically the ownership will be transferring from the queue to that accepted member automatically. From there, that person will be the responsible person for that case record here. Now, so in this case, how long time the record will be waiting inside the queue? Till any of that queue member is accepted. Till any of the queue member accepted that, my record will be waiting inside the queue. Or else, if the queue is having any time period, if there is an SLAC available for the case record, so now if the specified time period is over, if the 2 hours are over, automatically case will be escalating to that next level automatically. Like that, we can configure escalation rules also. That facility will be available over here. This is how we need to define the queues. Okay, now. So now let's see how can we create the queues inside your Salesforce instance. If you want to see all the queues information, then we have to go to that setup menu. Go to the administrator menu in the left panel. Click on manage users. Click on queues. Okay, click on queues. This is the location where we can see all the queues which you have configured in the past. Not only one queue, we can create multiple queues also inside your Salesforce instance, depends upon your application requirement. So based on your application requirement, we can create multiple queues also inside your organization. The possibility is available. So that possibility is available. We can able to create multiple queues also inside your organization as well. Then where we can see that queues information. Now let's see practically. So now you can able to go to that setup menu, go to the manage users, click on queues. So now it is indicating that here. So now queues allows a group of users to manage the shared workload more effectively. That means instead of assigning the record to that person, because we can't overload that person. So we can able to place all the items on the plate. Then the people who is available, they will pick up the item from the plate. They can have it here, like as a buffet. So that here, so now it's like as an agile. It's like as an agile process. So now we are going to be placing all the items, okay, which are waiting for the processing. We can place inside the queue. From there, queue members will pick up each and every case. They will start working on it, so that all the people can share that workload over here. Now, the queue is a location where records can be routed to await processing by a group member. That means it's a location where we can able to place a collection of records which are awaiting to be get processed by a queue member. The records remain inside the queue until a user accepted them for the processing. That means until any of the queue member has accepted the record will be waiting inside the queue. Or they are transferred to another queue. Okay, they are transferred to another queue based on some specific SLA time period. We can specify a set of objects that are supported by each queue. Nothing but what object record the queue can support, we can indicate over here. As well as the set of users that are allowed to retrieve the records from the queue. That means who are all the people can accept that record, what are the objects the queue contains. So now we can able to decide over here upon creating the queue. Upon creating the queue, we can decide so what object record the queue can hold inside this. Even though queue will be supporting all these object records, we have a chance, we have a possibility. Sometimes you can raise a question, sir, I want to create a queue which can store only lead records, not other object records. Then you can create that. So upon creating your queue, we can specify what object record the queue contains inside this. Okay, so the possibility is available over here. Then how can we do that? Now let's see practically in this case. Now let's see how can we configure the queues. Take a small use case. Configure a queue with the name Hyderabad sales queue. For example, Hyderabad service queue. Hyderabad service queue, which can hold only the case object records. Case object records, and add the development user as the queue member. And add the development user as a queue member. So I want to configure a queue. I want to create a queue, okay, with the name Hyderabad service queue, which can hold only the case object records. Only the case object records can be placed inside the queue, and then I need to add the development user as a queue. Then how can we do that? Now let's see practically in this case. So let me create a queue. So now go to the queues. Click on new button to create a new queue. Specify the queue label. I'm indicating like some Hyderabad service queue. Yeah, Hyderabad service queue. Specify the queue email ID here. I'm indicating my email ID over there. I'm indicating my email ID. Why? Because is whenever I'm placing the record inside the queue, all the queue members will be receiving the email notification. Suppose for example, if the person said that I did not receive the email notification, then what is the proof? For that one, this is my queue support email ID here, like a support@some.dell.com. To this email ID also, one email will be getting received automatically for the practical proof. Now, and then if you want to send the email notification to all the members, send email to members, select the checkbox. That means what? So whenever I'm placing a record inside the queue, okay, then all the queue members will be receiving the email notifications. Now, then what object record the queue can hold? You can select these objects here. It is providing so many objects, like as case objects, okay, authorization form consent, authorization form data use. It is providing like as the customer, this is my custom object over here. We are having the goal, hiring manager is custom object, image, invoice, knowledge article version, lead, macro, messaging user, messaging session, metric, order, party consent, patient is my custom object, position is my custom object, catalog, product media, quick text, scorecard, okay, service appointment, services resource, service territory, task, user provisioning request, coaching, feedback, feedback question set, feedback request, feedback template, performance cycle, work type group. Like that, so many objects are available which are supporting with the queue. But the remaining objects like as okay, opportunity, account, contact, campaign, these object records we can't place inside the queue. Queue will be supporting only these objects. Now my requirement is what? I want to place only the case object records inside it. So that select that object as case. So now my queue will be holding only case records, not other object records. Okay, and then select that queue member. Who will be the member of this queue? Only the development user here. Click on add. Now click on save button. Once you click on save button, it will be accepting that queue over here. So this is the way we are going to be creating the queue. Okay, this is the way we are going to be creating the queue. Now, next one. Let me take one more small use case. Now configure a queue with the name Hyderabad sales queue, which can hold only lead object records, and add the development user as the queue member. I want to create a queue, okay, which will be having the name Hyderabad sales queue, so that here I would like to store the lead records inside that queue, and then development user will be the member of this queue. Then how can we do that? Let's create the same process, no change at all. Click on new button, specify the queue name, Hyderabad sales queue. I'm giving the queue email ID. I want to send the email notification to all the queue members. Select that object as a lead object, and then select the development user as a member of this queue. Click on save. So this is another queue which we have created, so which will be having that. So now this Hyderabad service queue can able to support the case object, and then Hyderabad sales queue will be holding only lead object records inside this. This is how we are going to be creating the queues inside your Salesforce instance. Then, once the queues are ready, how can we assign that records to the queue? We'll see in tomorrow's session. In tomorrow's session, we'll see how can we assign the records to the queue. We'll see both manual and then automated. Automated means we are using some assignment rules over here. We'll see how can we create these assignment rules. We'll see practically. There we have two types: lead assignment, case assignment. I will show you how to implement that case assignment. Then we have to try how to implement lead assignment rules over there. Okay. So now, do the practice on this creating the queues. Tomorrow we'll see the practical part of assigning the records to the queue manually and then automated. Also, we'll see the practical concept.
Sir, when you will be uploading this video?
So I will be uploading